Welcome back to Nothing to Do Crew. Today I'm going to show you guys how I built this cable bridge. Seriously? So in the last two videos we built the treehouse platform and the rock wall that goes down the front. So next for the cable bridge, we needed another platform. And lucky for me, I found one of these on Facebook. It was free. So I went over there, dismantled it, brought it back home, and started putting it back together piece by piece. And then our next step was to run some strings from this structure up to the top to get a general feel of where the cables were gonna go. Next step was to add our cables. We got the bottom cables, which we're gonna put our bridge on. And then the top one is for our safety harness. That way, from the moment you step on this platform and get all the way to the top of that platform, you're harnessed in, and if you fall, you won't fall to your death. So rather than running two separate cables, I just ran one all the way from up here and back around to here. So it starts off connected to this eye bolt up here, goes around the back side and out to the front right here. And then up there, we added a few U-bolts for some extra security. And so it'll take us all the way up to the treehouse. Cable comes up through the 4x4 post, around the tree. And I have these blocks so the cable doesn't start eating into the tree. And then it goes back down to base. And then when it makes its way back, it'll go through the holes. Again, some extra clamps right there, and connects back to the eye bolt. And once those cables were in place, it was time for the planking. All right, so we got the first two boards in place. No safety cable yet, so here's what we got. They're spaced about 22 inches apart, and each one has two of these hooks down here. So far, so good.
A few moments later.
All right, well, we ran into a problem. So as we were putting those boards down there, we were stepping on it, this whole platform was lifting up off the ground. So to counteract that, we put some 4x4 posts in each corner, and we're gonna cement those in, as well as I'm gonna add a little bit of cement right here in this middle part. And I got these black pipes there clamping everything down, acting as big old stakes. Probably don't need those, probably overkill, but I only want to do this cement thing one time. And since then, we've had up to 3 people on the bridge, and we haven't had an issue with it. And I was using these 2x12s, ran out of those, went to 2x10s, ran out of those, and the last couple boards are 2x6s. And I have a feeling I'm gonna run out of those, and I'll go down to 2x4s. And so once the structure was secure, we had all our decking in place, then it was time for the rope handrails. And for those, we just followed the same path as the cables underneath. And like the cables below, this rope just goes up and around the tree and back down. And this safety cable goes up and wraps around the tree like the two below. All right, so here is the safety cable. Just take any carabiner connected to a harness like that. And I just have an eye bolt that's actually goes down to about 10 inches. And then I got the cable clamps up here. This duct tape is not holding anything. I just put it there so no one scratches themselves. I do want to say the same thing with these ropes. I just put this on there so no one tries to untie it, because if you have kids, you understand. And to stabilize the ropes, we added these straps. It's stable. And they just run from one rope underneath all the way to the other side of the rope. And at this point, we could be done. little kids were terrified of crossing the gaps. Oh, this is fucking sketchy, dude. So I decided to build them a walkway. So the walkway just consists of 2 deck boards, and they're connected with these shorter boards, which kind of act as climbing steps as you get to the top where it's a little bit steeper. And I just 4 screws on each of these, and they're not connected at the bottom, as you can see, like right there. We just got a friction fit, and we got these blocks to help keep things in place. And for the landing here, I just cut some 4x4s in half and put them right there. Okay, and one last thing, if you see these little copper wires that are running up and down the cable bridge, these are actually solar powered lights, and they go all the way up to the Treehouse platform and around it. And they're super easy to install, they're cheap, and they last till about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning off a solar charge. And best of all, they're flexible, so if the bridge is bouncing up and down, they're okay. So there you have it. That's my cable bridge. It's not 100% done, but for now it's safe and it's functioning, and I'll settle for that. Maybe when I get some more time to get around to it, we'll fix her up and make her even better. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.